It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Rob Shannon Softball Complex here in Millville, where tonight the Millville Thunderbolts are holding their seniors night, and they'll be taking on the Colts of Cumberland Regional. Right now I am here with Scarlett Wiest. She is the head coach of the Cumberland Colts. Coach, talk about the overall perspective of how the season's gone for you.
We've had not a great season record-wise, but we're very young. We've been in a lot of games, lost a lot of games by 1 or 2 runs. We've come back in a lot of games. I told the freshmen we're starting 4 freshmen this year, basically my whole infield. So told them they're going to take their lumps, and I think they've seen that. But, we have a bright future, very bright future.
Well, the fact is, when you have a lot of freshmen, you have a lot to build with as well. So when they see some success, they're going to be very glad about that. So that's probably what you're fostering here.
Absolutely. We tried to change the outlook. We haven't had a lot of success the past couple of years at Cumberland. So we told them we're trying to change it, make it a winning team. Winning mentality, not an I-first mentality.
In terms of players, talk about some of your key players. I know you don't want to be too individualistic about it, but some of your key performers this season.
Alicia Seisinger is my senior center fielder. She leads the team in the outfield. Defensively is tremendous. Lizzie Flieger is my starting catcher. She's a sophomore. Played shortstop for us last year because I had a senior catcher who was an all-South Jersey catcher. She's, leading in every offensive category basically for us. And both our pitchers, Gabby Ripa and Gabby Ripa and Colby Wilson, are doing great for us in the circle, keeping us in games.
Now, I know that you probably know what happened yesterday with Millville and Vineland. That was quite a ball game that we had the luxury of broadcasting as well. So what do you expect to see from Millville tonight?
They're a strong team. Obviously, they're always a strong team. They have great feeder programs. I actually have quite a few players who play for Bob Dixon's Millville, team out here. So, obviously it's going to be a tough game, and just hope we can fight and keep it close and maybe get a win out of it.
Hey, anything's possible when you tee it up on the softball field. So good luck tonight, Coach, and we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
That's Coach Scarlett Wiest, and we'll be back with more in just a moment.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Well, good evening and welcome to Primetime Softball here on Quinn Broadcasting. We have the senior night for the Millville Thunderbolts. They've already introduced their seniors, and we'll mention them throughout the broadcast. And if this game is anything like yesterday's game, talk about prime time, Vineland and Millville really staged the classic battle yesterday afternoon at Vineland High School. Millville pulled it off with a big 4-run, 7th-inning rally to win that game 6-3, a back-and-forth game where Millville scored early. Vineland came up with a clutch 3-run home run to take the lead. Millville, though, came back and got the job done in the final inning. So if it's anything like that tonight, Ariel Melendez, we're going to have a great one. Well, we can never deny that I'm a DJ. I posted the national anthem on that one. How's that? But
at this time, I would like to welcome Samantha Cruz, manager of parks, to the field to throw out the first pitch.
All right, we're going to let Stephanie Labas handle the intros here.
Yeah, so we'll have a little ceremonial first pitch. I'm feeling the lady that made this all possible. That's
Okay.
Hey, that dropped right in.
Anytime you hit the catcher's mitt, you're good.
Yeah, that dropped right in.
Very good first pitch. Lots of ceremonies, pomp and circumstances, they call it. As 7 seniors will be leaving the program this year for Millville. They were introduced at the beginning of this event tonight. And I'll tell you, they decorated very nice. There's orange and blue balloons all over the outfield and the sidelines as well. And all 7 players, in fact, we're sitting right under all 7 seniors, the posters of each of the seniors. Jean Duffy, Kendall Mazer, Sadie Drozdowski, Isabella Musi, Gabriella Jaquette, Haley Hiles, and tonight's starting pitcher, Emily Kroll. So those are the seniors that are contributing to this season's success. Millville coming in with a 12-8 record after yesterday's big win over Vineland. And the Cumberland is 6-14 on the season. You heard Scarlett Weiss talk about the fact that they're a very young program this year. Lots of freshmen who are contributing, and they're trying to find ways to just do things better and better with each game.
And that's especially important, too, when you have a group of players that get to be together for, you know, multiple years and kind of help a program grow and become what they could become in the future. So a young team, but we've seen plenty of that at Millville as well. Young teams that they're just finding their way, and we'll definitely have some success in the future.
And we all know that once you are on the field, anything is possible. We saw it yesterday, Millville with a 2-0 lead at the top of the first inning. And it took a little while, but Vineland got warmed up. I believe it was in the 5th inning when they got their 3 runs. A very, very key blow, a home run connection by Leah Mears. Boy, did she put Vineland in front authoritatively in that game. But Millville, again, coming up with 4 runs in that 7th inning. And it was all sorts of players. Jocelyn Negron had the big hit. As we have the starting lineup right now for the Cumberland Colts. Leading off and playing in left field will be Addie Wiest. At shortstop, batting second, number 21, Alyssa Pierce. The catcher bats third, that is Lizzie Flieger. In the cleanup spot, the third baseman, number 22, Jalen Brown. Number 17.
Bring them out.
We're going to be battling the PA system. Number 17 is Alicia Seitzinger. She is in center field. Batting sixth, and the designated player will be number 28, Gabby Ripa. Batting seventh is Peyton Genko, the first baseman. And in the 8th spot will be Macy Quap at second base. The right fielder batting ninth, number 6, Brialyn Rosello. And the extra player, the player who is not going to be batting, is Gabby Ripa.
She will also be the starting pitcher tonight. Yeah, you get a look at Millville's starting pitcher, Emily Kroll. Went all the way in their win against Vineland yesterday. She'll try to have a similar performance today.
Well, we're going to have fun with the music.
I think it'll die down once we get the game
Yeah, once the
going.
game's going, I don't think they're going to be pumping up the jams.
It's more, it doesn't help that we're right next to it.
But we do have quite a vantage point. We're right behind home plate, and we are about as close to the action as you can get without being hit by a softball.
I was going to say, I look out, we got a nice netting above us, so
Yep.
they'd have to hit one really high up in the air for a chance.
And I don't play heroes when it comes to foul balls. So, all right, we are set as we have the starting defensive lineup for Millville. In left field, Sadie Drozdowski. She made some great plays yesterday in the Vineland game. Kendall Mazer is in center field. We get a bunt right off the bat. They'll have to hurry, and she is safe. So a bunt single to start the game for Addie Wiest. Weist. I'm going to do that all game because that's a wife's name to me, but Weist is the name. We go to the lineup again in the outfield. Jean Duffy is playing right field. Across the infield, third base is Haley Heil. Shortstop is Savannah Hadley. At second base, Jasleen Negron. And at first base, Isabella Musi. We mentioned the pitcher already. That is Emily Prohl. And behind the plate will be Gabriella Jaquette. So leadoff single, a bunt single. And that's the kind of strategy that you use when you're trying to get something started, Ariel.
Yeah, that was kind of the perfect way for the Colts to start the game, as you're not necessarily expecting a first pitch bunt, and did a nice job to kind of put it in the perfect spot to where she was able to beat it out at first.
Again, the base paths are only 60 feet long, so a good bunt, and you're going to get a chance to get on. Just missing on that pitch, down low. 1-2 on Alyssa Pierce. Runner at first base. Leadoff bunt. 1-2 offering is fouled.
Ooh, not very tall either.
Yeah, that went right over the top of that third base fence. So the fans had to do a little ducking there. Count stays at 1-2. Next pitch, that's launched right at the shortstop, caught, and that'll be the only out of the play. So the line out right to the shortstop there is Savannah Hadley.
Yeah, nice job by Hadley just to get right under it, because it wasn't like a full pop-up. It's kind of one of those you got to get under quickly, and a good job to look the runner back at first.
Lizzie Flieger, the batter now for Cumberland. She launches it to center field, pretty well hit over the head of the center fielder, and that's going back to the fence. Mazer couldn't come up with it, and in the third base will be Weist. That only winds up being a single, but it moves the runner all the way to third base.
Yeah, that was a well-driven ball there by Flieger. Just missed out on the home run. It kind of hit the back fence over the head of Mazer. An early threat here for Cumberland.
Pitch is high. The cleanup batter, Jaylyn Brown, playing at third base tonight for Cumberland. So just like yesterday, we have an early top of the first threat. Runner breaks, there will be no throw.
Yeah, that one going off the glove of Jaquette. I don't know that they were going to throw through anyway with a runner on third, but ends up being an easy stolen base.
So 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Strike is called.
Yeah, you mentioned it. We have a really nice view of the plate here, and a nice view of where these pitches are landing.
Yeah, definitely ground level as a swing and a miss. Evens the count at 2-2 on Jaylyn Brown. Over at third base is Addie Weist with the bunt single. And now Lizzie Flieger at second base following a stolen base. And yes, that was behind us. Well, if you don't pick up the ball right away, you're not going to find it.
No, I had that one. That one felt like it was going to be a little close, so I was watching that net up there.
2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. So Prohl gets a big out for number 2, a strikeout.
Yeah, if Prohl can find a way to leave the runners at second, third, that's going to be a huge momentum shift.
Stepping into the batter's box is Alicia Seitzinger. She's playing in center field tonight for the Colts. First pitch is high and away. Yeah, our view is right behind home plate, ground level, so we're getting a pretty good look as to where those pitches are.
Getting a good look, and you're getting a good sound of the ball hitting the catcher's mitt as well.
Next pitch sails high. Yeah, being ground level, you're going to hear a lot of what's happening on the field in both dugouts, the crowd. We're amongst everyone. 2-0 pitch. That one sails high.
Yeah, Prohl's missing just a little bit high on some of these pitches. You have to think this is a take situation for Seitzinger. So a good job by Prohl to lay that one in.
3 balls and 1 strike, 2 outs in the inning, and 2 runners in scoring position for Cumberland. looking to get on the scoreboard right from the get-go. Kroll ready with the pitch. That's launched into foul territory and out of play.
Good job to come back to the count by Kroll. Keaton was 3-0, now evens it up at 3-2. We get the softball in very quickly from the crowd.
Addie Weiss at third. Lizzie Flieger at second with 2 outs. The payoff pitch bouncing in.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to see she lost that one, just the way it kind of rolled into the plate. So it loads the bases here.
Seitzinger walks, and that'll bring up
Gabby
Ripa. She is the pitcher. And she dashed up like she was going to slap bunt the ball or something, but she's got to watch to make sure she stays in the batter's box. She really took a little bit of leeway there.
Yeah, as you can see, lined up almost to the back of that box. So the Millville infield playing in at third at least.
Popped up, shallow. It's got to actually stay in the infield. Didn't quite go as far as I thought. And Savannah Hadley says, thank you very much for the third out. Well, Cumberland does threaten. They got 2 hits and they loaded the bases, but leave them loaded. So with a half inning of play, it's nothing for Cumberland and Millville coming up for the first time.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
Gabby Ripa working her first inning for the Cumberland Colts on the mound. See how Millville handles the batting alignment as we have Kendall Mazer, Savannah Hadley, and Isabella Musey, the first 3 batters for Millville.
And take a look at the rest of that line. As you mentioned, Mazer, Hadley, Musey will lead it off for the Thunderbolts. Gabriella Jaquette, the cleanup batter. She's the catcher. Jasleen Negron, our hero yesterday, playing second base today. Sadie Drzdowski in left field. Haley Hiles, one of the seniors, getting honored today at third base. Miley Cross, the DP. And the right fielder, Emily Kroll. And we have to mention, of course, Jean Duffy as well is playing in the field.
Yeah, Kroll's the pitcher and Duffy's in the right field. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
We got it.
But Jean Duffy getting the start in right field as well.
So Mazer will lead off for Millville. Looks at ball 1.
There's a good chance now for Millville. They leave the base. They had Cumberland leave the bases loaded in that first inning, and they were able to get out of it. So a chance for Millville here to maybe do some early damage of their own.
2-0 count. That's a strike right across the knees.
Tell you, there's almost nothing better than hearing the way the ball hits the glove.
It is a definite popping sound when you hear it. Tried to take something off that pitch, but it falls short of the plate, and the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Grounded in the hole, and it gets through. You couldn't roll it through the hole any better than that. Kendall Mazer gets a leadoff single to left.
Yep, found the gap right between the third baseman and the shortstop there. Definitely got it off the end of the bat. You kind of heard the pop as it rolled through, but all that matters is it found green in the outfield, and Millville's got an early base runner.
Shortstop bunts it. That is going to stay fair. And the throw is just in time. Going all the way around to third base is Mazer, so some good base running on that bunt.
I'll tell you, that was a very close play at first. Looked like Hadley nearly got the foot in time. But she does her job and then some, getting the runner over to third. So some heads-up base running from Mazer.
That'll bring up Isabella Musi, the first baseman. Pitch bouncing in. Good job of blocking it and keeping it in front of her by Lizzie Flieger. The 1-0 offering. Again, taking a little change up there and got it over.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch there from Ripa. One of those you kind of were ready to take right away, and you see it go right past you.
That one is fouled away.
Yeah, a little bit of a chase there from DeQuette.
So Rip is ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kendall Mazer at third base with 1 out. Scoreless at the moment. Ripa's next offering is chopped right back to the mound. And Mazer will have to stay at third as the out is recorded. Good job of fielding her position by Gabby Ripa.
Yeah, Mazer took a couple steps off just to see what might happen in case of a wild throw or anything. But yeah, not much she could really do there. And it's early in the game, too. You're not taking that chance in the first inning.
Jaquette now at the plate. Gabriella looks at strike 1.
Oh, then that was my bad. I was looking at the wrong name. No, you're right. I looked at the wrong name. I thought Jaquette was up previously. So that was my bad.
Next pitch missing. 1 ball and 1 strike. That is into right field, and it is caught. Catch made by Breland Rosello to end the inning. So Millville puts a runner at third base, but can't bring her home. So we are done with 1, and the score remains double goose eggs.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
All right, we're back for the second inning. A scoreless game so far, both teams having runners in scoring position, but nobody came across the plate. It's the bottom of the order for Cumberland. Peyton Genko, Macy Quap, and Breland Rosello will be facing Emily Prohl right there.
Yeah, both teams threatening in that first inning, but good job by both Ripa and Prohl to find their way out of it.
So Peyton Genko is the first baseman for Cumberland Regional. Looks at strike 1.
Now that couldn't be any more perfectly placed from Prohl.
The 0-1 pitch is lofted into foul territory and out of play along the left side. So it's a quick 0-2 count. Genko looks at 1 high and away. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, whether it's on Channel 22, Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, and Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live. Always great to be with you. We have a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout for Emily Prohl. That'll bring up Macy Quap, the Colts second baseman. She looks to bunt, puts it right in front of the plate. She's going to be a hard out to get as the ball is thrown down the right field line, and it's going to allow the runner to take second base. She's going to try for third as well, so some heads up base running. We'll call it a bunt single and an error on the throw. So
yeah, you
Cumberland,
don't typically see a bunt end up with the runner on third. But the placed bunt, a little hop there made it a little difficult to field the play. Go for that.
so 2 quick strikes on the batter with Braylon Rosello. That pitch goes high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Macy Quap at third base, following a single and a throwing error. Pitch is outside, and the count goes even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looked like it was just on the outside. It looked like a pretty good pitch from this view, but
That one is lofted to the shortstop. She just runs in and makes a fairly easy catch, so that's Savannah Hadley who puts it away.
it's a little bit of an optical illusion, I think, from behind here as well. When you see a ball go in the air, you think it's going a little further than maybe it is, because I think both of those pop-ups that we've seen to Hadley have almost fooled us a little bit.
Leadoff batter in the lineup, Addie Reese, who singled on a bunt her first time around. She got to third base but was stranded there. The 0-1 offering just fouled back.
Almost fouled right back to Prohl, too.
Prohl's doing a good job. She's only worked 1 3-ball count so far, and this is the 10th batter she's faced.
And Reese is looking a little aggressive, so we'll see if she tries to take advantage.
Missing on that pitch, 1 and 2. Prohl ready with the next offering. Swing and a miss. That'll retire the side. She's had a strikeout in every inning. So that's 3 for Prohl. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning, still scoreless. As we take a look at the swing and miss.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways. In all kinds of places. And through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
Game moving into the bottom of the 2nd inning. First 3 batters will be Jasleen Negron, Sadie Drozdowski, and Haley Hiles for the Thunderbolts. We're in the bottom of the 2nd of a scoreless game as the first pitch to Negron sails high.
Yep, Negron coming off of that clutch 2-run hit last night against Vineland. Got it off the third baseman's glove. Was down, I believe, 2-2 in the count. 2 outs in the game. Ended up coming through in that spot. Millville putting up an extra run after that to come away with that victory. But a very clutch hit in that 7th inning from Negron.
Popped up but out of play. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 offering on the way. Bouncing in. Well, both teams so far in their at-bats have had a runner at third base. Not able to bring it home yet. Negron slashes one through the left side for a base hit. Ball bounces away momentarily, and she's going to make second. No, she's not. Good recovery by the left fielder. That is Addie Wiest, who makes a great recovery and throws her out at second. You'll see it was a solid hit, bounced right off her leg, but she got to it quickly, fires a strike into second base, and the tag is applied.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little in-between decision from Negron if she was going to go to first or stay at first or go to second on that one. She tried the swim move to maybe get the hand in, but a nice play from Cumberland to get the out.
So there's one out, and the number 6 hitter in the lineup, Sadie Drozdowski, looking at ball one. Took something off that pitch again, but it's lofted into center. Well, coming across from the left side. Left center field is where it was, but Addie Wiest again with the play. So Wiest puts it away for out number 2.
It's almost one of those dangerous situations when you see two fielders kind of running at each other.
It's always good to see somebody take charge. That's exactly what Wiest did for out number 2. Next batter is Haley Hiles, looks at strike one.
It looked like she was just kind of getting a feel for where Ripa's pitches were.
First strike, second pitch is a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. We are at the Rob Shannon Softball Complex here at Millville for senior night. 7 seniors will be leaving the Millville High School softball program. Grounded. Oh, nice backhand move by the pitcher. Throw across in time. That is a great play by Gabby Ripa. Anytime you make a backhand play and stab like that for an out, it's a great play. And it's one, well, not quite a 1-2-3 inning. There was a hit, but a good defensive play ended that runner. And that's it for the second inning. Still scoreless after 2.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
So we're headed to the top of the third inning. Neither team on the scoreboard yet. We've seen some good defensive efforts there by Cumberland in the last 2 innings. As we flip the book to the Cumberland side, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. Alyssa Pierce, Lizzie Flieger, and Jaylyn Brown. First pitch to Pierce, sails high.
Nothing like seeing the wide eyes of the batter when a pitch is that high.
Next offering is a little bit outside and high again. Count goes to 2-0. Pierce lined out to shortstop Hadley her first time up. Grounds it to second this time. Nice scoop and throw. That was a nice, quick, and efficient play by Jasleen Negron. So 4-3 on the putout, 1 out in the inning. That'll bring up Lizzie Flieger. She singled her first time up. Looks at strike one.
They call that right down the chute.
That one is lashed but foul. She got around on that baby.
I think I flinched more at the sound, and it wasn't even near me.
Mike Latour, we love you. Next pitch on the way is launched into right center, actually right field, off the glove, and that'll fall. Rounding first, going to second, and stopping there will be Flieger. Duffy couldn't quite reel it in.
It went right off the glove. Did a nice job to track it, kind of going back on it. Just right off the tip of the glove. Needed just one more step back. But a nice job to back up there from Mazer to keep the runner at second.
That brings up Jalen Brown, the third baseman who struck out her first time up. Cumberland again with runner in scoring position. They've had at least one runner in scoring position all 3 innings now. One ball and one strike. Inside and low. Two and one to count on Jalen Brown. Popped up. This is going to be in Hadley's territory, and she puts it away for out number 2.
He's been busy over there at shortstop today.
Yeah, the shortstop sees a lot of the softballs. Defensively, they come in that direction quite a bit. So that's 2 outs, and it brings up Alicia Seitzinger. Ball 1. Seitzinger looked at ball 4 her first time up, so she drew a walk that loaded the bases for Cumberland. There were 2 outs at the time, and the next batter was out via the infield fly. Here's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. We're in the top of the 3rd inning of a scoreless game. Lizzie Flieger at second base for Cumberland. Strike 2. So Kroll getting ahead of the batter once again. Missing a little bit low and away.
Yeah, Jaquette tried to pull that one up quick to see if she could get the umpire to flinch on the call.
2-2 offering. Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts now for Emily Prohl, and that'll retire the side in the inning. 1 error and 1 left. We head to the bottom of the 3rd, 0-0 between Cumberland and Millville.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
So we're into the bottom of the 3rd inning. This game moving along pretty nicely after 5 different at-bats by the 2 teams.
Yeah.
Millville batting for the 3rd time.
And both teams are getting their chances to drive in runs. And every inning it seems like we've had a runner in scoring position on either side. Both teams have gotten runners over as far as 3rd as well. Cumberland in that 1st inning having the bases loaded and unable to get anyone across. Mazer ended up stranded on 3rd in Millville's first at bat. So both teams are finding ways to get on, just haven't been able to drive anyone through. As we take a look at Cumberland's fielding alignment. Over in left is Addie Wiest, Alicia Seitzinger in center field, Breland Rosella, the right fielder, Jalen Brown at 3rd, Alyssa Pierce, the shortstop, Macy Quap, the second baseman, Peyton Genko at 1st, and your pitcher-catcher duo, Gabby Ripa and Lizzie Flieger.
So we're set for the bottom of the third inning. Millville has gotten hits in both of the first two innings, but haven't been able to do anything since then. With those hits, I should say. Of course, the second hit featured a great outfield play that got Negron at second base as she tried to take the extra base. Miley crossed the batter. Popped up, but that's going to be out of play to the right.
And that's going in the direction of my car. Let's take a look at the nice crowd here on a Tuesday night in Millville.
Took something off that pitch, but left it up high. 1-1 the count.
One and two. The first pitch was called a strike.
Okay.
Always here to keep you honest.
Okay, that's fair. So the count now is at 2-2. That one is right behind us. And it's caught. Good play by the fans out here.
I know, I was looking up a little afraid of where that was going.
Well, I kept an eye on it. It was definitely going to go behind us.
Anything that goes straight up in the air, I'm hitting the deck.
What I like about the catch is that he gloved it with both hands. A shot, and it's caught in right field. And there's a fist pump right there by Breland Rosello. Nice range to her right side to make the diving catch.
Yeah, cross put one a heck of a swing on that one and having to dive out and make the play in Rosello.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any better than that. Nothing else you can do if you're cross either.
She hit it well. Grounded to third, nice play. Throw across is high, but the tag is made to the bag. So one pitch and the second out occurs. Nice stop there by Jalen Brown. Two quick outs. Kendall Mazer is due up next. She singled her first time up. With a nice thread right through the shortstop and third base side.
And that first pitch, you could tell as you take a look at the Millville dugout, that first pitch was definitely something Mazer wanted, but did a nice job to watch it go through.
Looks at one inside. Two and 0 count. That one sails a bit outside, so it's 3-0 now on Mazer.
Yeah, the wind is picking up just a little bit. And the way that the Colts catcher caught that Flieger, looked like the wind might have taken it outside.
4-pitch walk by Mazer, so she's on for the second time. The first walk issued by Gabby Ripa. So it's a 2-out walk, and that brings up Savannah Hadley. That's launched right at the center fielder who makes the catch. Great defense in the inning by Cumberland as Alicia Sightzinger nails that one. So the walk is the only offense for Millville. One left. We are through 3 innings of play, and we are still scoreless.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
As we get set for the top of the fourth inning, Millville making a few changes. New pitcher in the game will be Miley Cross. She is in relief of Emily Kroll. And we'll find out if there's any other changes. That we're in the dugout now trying to get that information. But we do have a new pitcher for Millville. Miley Cross now takes the hill. So for Cumberland, 6, 7, and 8 batters coming up. Gabby Ripa, the opposing pitcher. Peyton Genko and Macy Quap. They will be the first 3 Colts to bat. First pitch is a ball. Next pitch is high, so it's 2-0.
Yeah, so we got quite a few changes from Millville. A couple of position changes as well as some players entering the game. We'll get to that in just a minute.
Slapped, fair ball, third base side, and nice play. Now, that was Haley Hiles. Is it still Haley Hiles?
At third base is, so we have a couple different changes here. The third, Negron moves from second to third.
So Negron makes the play.
Now in right field is Addison Reeves. Pitching is Miley Cross, as the batter was hit by that pitch. Rothmel comes in to play second base. And Gene Duffy comes out of the game, so the flex position is now gone. For the Thunderbolts, it is just a straight 9. So again, Negron moves over to third. Cross is now the pitcher. Reeves is in right field. And Rothmel is at second base.
We're going to write them in between innings. Batter committed on that pitch, so it's a strike.
Yeah, I could hear Coach Labas going over, and the fact that she was standing with the umpire for so long, I said, you know what? I'm just going to go talk to her. And she was nice enough to write down all the changes for us. And we'll get those all situated in the field and up to bat as well.
And Cross really fired that last pitch in for a strike. 0-2 to count. That's launched, but it's going to go foul. It's a pretty good rip, but it is long foul. 2 strikes on the batter. Quappa bunted her way on base her first time, and then a throwing error allowed her to go all the way around to third. Bouncing in, that was a good scoop there by Jaquette.
You had the runner leaning over there at first. Genko.
Ahead in the count, 1-2. Cross ready with their offering. That one's fouled away.
Nice job to stay alive there. Quap getting a piece of it. So again, that's Miley Cross. Now on the mound, she was the DP.
Swing and a miss. Ball
No,
gets
they
away.
say she got a piece of it. They say she got a
she
piece.
fouled
Yep.
it. Okay.
I heard, despite the premature strikeout graphic, heard the umpire say foul, and I thought I heard it just nick off the bat.
And now she gets hit by the pitch. So back-to-back HBPs.
So what goes from a strikeout to a hit by pitch flips it in Cumberland's favor.
The number 9 hitter, Brianna Rosello. The right fielder who made a pretty good play in the previous half inning defensively. Swing and a miss.
She fired that one by the batter. Rosello was well behind that pitch.
Cross comes to the plate. This is going to be dribbling right past the mound. The throw to second. And they get the force out at second base. So it's a fielder's choice.
Yeah, good job there over at second base. That is Rothmel who made the play, the heads-up play to get the lead runner. Well, the mid-runner, I guess, in that situation.
So there are 2 outs. First pitch, there's the ball. Top of the order now up, Addie West. Singled and struck out. That one bouncing in.
Jaquette doing a really nice job behind the plate of keeping the ball in front of her. You have to think that ball gets away any bit. Rosello is going to at least try to take second.
Count is 2-0. Jaquette wanted that one. She held it for
I
Alexis.
think a lot of people wanted that one. Looked like it might have hit the knees from this angle, but
and it's ball 4, so the bases will be loaded. 2 hit batsmen and a walk have loaded the bases for Cumberland.
and understandably so, Coach LaBosse is going to go out for a mound visit with Cross. You know, likely in this situation, just telling her to focus on the batter. That's going to be Alyssa Pierce. Don't worry about who's on base right now. Just focus on the batter. You got 2 outs in the inning, so force play at any bag. Don't try to do too much.
And this is the good part of the order, the top of the order up now. Second time the Cumberland's had the bases loaded. Alyssa Pierce lined out and grounded out.
And the wind's really starting to pick up here.
Again, another good scoop by Jaquette.
And anything hitting the air right now is going to die pretty quickly the way the wind's blowing.
1-0 pitch, hits her, and that'll force in a run. The third hit batter of the inning.
It's a painful way to get the RBI, but you'll take it.
That's not the ideal way to get the RBI, but when there is a runner that scores, that's okay.
Now, that's not going to feel good a little bit later on, but for right now, she'll take the pain.
Bases remain loaded. Grounded to third. Scooped up there by Negron, and she'll fire it across to first in time. But Cumberland cracks the scoreboard without the benefit of a hit. 3 hit batters and a walk. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Bases left loaded once again for Cumberland, but they lead 1-0.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
All right, we're back here as Cumberland has scored the game's first run. They did it by having 3 hit batters and a walk, all combined. But Millville now behind 1-0.
And if Millville's able to put up a solid inning, we'll see a couple new batters in the game later down the lineup. As we mentioned, Millville going now to the traditional 9. The DP flex position is now eliminated. So Jean Duffy exits the game. And we'll get to some of those batting changes if we don't get to it in this inning, next inning, of course.
Well, Isabella Musey will be leading off.
Yeah, the next three batters are who started this game for Millville. Musey, Jaquette, and Negron.
So far in this game, Millville just with 2 hits. First offering is an off-speed.
Yeah, she tried to get that one in there. I think took so much off of it that it didn't really end up making it to the plate.
Musey's next pitch is chopped towards short.
Oh, she chopped it off herself,
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it went off the foot, so it's a foul ball.
Yeah, she knew right away that one's going to hurt for a minute.
Oh, it's time to zip up the jackets. The wind is...
Yeah, I was to say, Coach the boss put the sweatshirt on over at third.
The wind is active. Let's go, Bells. 1-1 the count on the batter. That one behind her?
Tell you that, regardless, that was a nice scoop from Flieger.
2 balls and 1 strike. Next offering, again trying to take it a little bit off of it, and Musey does a great job of waiting on it and lofts it into right center field for a leadoff single.
And we talk about that pitch in baseball. It's the same in softball. You see it coming up real slow like that. If you can find a way to just wait on it just enough, you can drive that pitch. And Musey doing a good job of waiting back and placing that right where no one was able to get it.
Again, something off that pitch as well, ball 1. So with that base hit, Millville's had the leadoff runner on 3 of the 4 innings. Nothing to show for it yet, but we're still in the bottom of the 4th. And that one hits off the elbow.
That's where you really like that guard. Makes a loud noise, but it protects that elbow.
So the hit batter moves the tying run over to second base. And making a mound visit right now is the Cumberland head coach, Scarlett Wiest.
Now we saw Jaquette yesterday take one off the elbow and get called back for maybe leaning into it a little bit. And I kind of liked Coach LaBoss. A little joking, putting the elbow out to Jaquette over at first base. Just to be like, oh, hey, you got one today. But another good situation for Millville. They haven't been able to find a way to get anything through, but it's another good opportunity with runners on first and second and nobody out.
Jasleen Negron stepping in. She reached base on a single in her previous at bat. The ball glancing off the left fielder, enough for Negron to try to get to second base, but a good recovery by Addie Wiest to get her at second.
Yeah, it was a perfect throw, too, in time. And Negron tried to do the swim move to get around it, but a nice tag by the second baseman.
Again, something taken off. The throw, goes off the runner to the
fence. Yeah, she kind of launched that one to the fence.
Well,
and heads up base running behind her is Jaquette, who gets the second. Again, you'll take it any way you can have it. She basically thied that one to the fence.
Well, she was in the process of stealing the bag. Meanwhile, we have a foul ball out of play. So when she slid, the contact with the ball kicked it right into the fence. So now second and third occupied by Millville. Still nobody out. Strike 3 is called. Catching the outside corner, and that's a big strikeout for Gabby Ripa.
Yeah, just froze her up at the plate. A nice job by Flieger to kind of just slightly pull that one back in.
First strikeout of the game for Ripa. Meanwhile, this pitch is launched to right field. It is caught there. Running home after the tag and making it. The game is tied on a sacrifice fly by Sadie Drozdowski.
Yeah, Drozdowski doing her job right there. Just get it far enough to the outfield for the sac fly. So Millville finding a way to push one across, especially helpful to do it in the following inning that your opponent scored as well.
That is the second out. Meanwhile, we have a strike one on Haley Hiles.
Well, no, that is not Hiles
afraid
anymore.
Okay.
That is Addison Reeves.
All right.
She came in.
Where is she playing?
For Hiles. She is in right field.
Okay.
I said if we got to that part of the lineup, we'd let you know. So, Addison Reeves, now the right fielder. She came in for Haley Hiles.
Missing 2-1 the count. Count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 offering is right.
Strike? Oh, no, he said strike 3 and then corrected himself to strike 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Because Addison Reeves was a little confused. And I think we all were.
Yeah, count is now full.
Now there's 2 strikes.
You like the reaction by Addison.
She kind of put up the fingers like, no,
Yeah, it's only 2. It's only 2.
He's like, don't cheat me. Miley Cross, now the batter. She was the DP, so she remains in the game to hit regardless. But it does eliminate the flex position. That's the important thing to note for Millville.
1-1 score. The go-ahead run is at third. First pitch to Cross is high.
Yeah, Cross would certainly like to help her own cause after that last inning, hitting a couple batters, walking the bases loaded. So she'd like to turn the tide.
Swings through that pitch.
She wanted a lot more than a single on that one, I'd say.
She definitely wanted to hit it hard.
Yeah, that felt like I'm looking for the fence swing.
Called it a ball. 2-1 the count on Cross.
Yeah, I feel like it's tough on those pitches. You see it so slow coming in, and you kind of have to make the decision on whether or not you're going to let it just drop in.
Swing and a miss. A little high heat that time.
Yeah, it looked like she was just a little underneath the ball.
You see, that's what those kind of pitches do. You have that little lob ball, and then you go fastball high. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at the corners. And there's a lash in the left field. That's going to fall and go to the wall. 1 run across as Chiquette scores. They're going to hold up the runner at third base, and in the second base is Miley Cross. And since she was running, we're going to give her a double and an RBI.
Oh, she was going to second all the way. But a nice job here by Cross. Gets the sweet spot of the bat on that one, drives it all the way to the fence. Driving in 1. And yeah, I think she was going to second regardless, as we'll have a pinch runner here. That is Harrington. She will come in to run.
So Millville rallies for 2 runs here.
That is Jaden Harrington, who will do the running for Miley Cross. As now up to bat is Carrington Rothmel.
Rothmel grounds it to third. The throw gets away, and we're going to see 2 runs cross the plate. Over to second base will be Rothmel. Coming across the plate was Addie Reeves and Miley Cross.
Well, the pinch runner, that was Harrington who came in to score. Jaden Harrington did the base running for Cross.
Okay.
So a nice job by Rothmel, who entered the game and is now at second base and finds herself at second base.
Strike is called.
And getting to third on that was Rothmel. kind of took advantage of the fact that nobody was paying attention and found herself at third on the stolen base.
Pitch is high.
Millville using some very heads-up base running in this inning to manufacture some offense.
We're at the top of the order for Kendall Mazer, singled and walked. Chopper to third, bad hop, and that's going to be a fourth run in the inning. No, it's a fifth run. Get it right, Phil. See, when things happen too quickly, you don't blacken in the squares.
Yeah, tough bounce over there at third for Jalen Brown. Once it kind of hopped on her, there was nothing else she was able to do.
That one's ripped to center, but that one's going to be caught. Making the play out there is Alicia Seitzinger. But a big inning for Millville as they send 5 runners across home plate. Just 2 hits, a couple of errors, and 1 man left. So we are done. Play here at Rob Shannon Softball Complex, and it's Millville now 5, Cumberland 1.
Coffee. Ah, the smell of fresh roasted coffee beans, the aroma, the taste, and the warmth of a fresh hot cup of coffee. It gets the day going. It's a daily ritual for many people. Imagine how much more a fresh taste of God in the morning would get your day off to a great start. Come visit us. We'll tell you how. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
What? So Millville with a big 4th inning has taken a bit of command now. 5-1 is the score as we start the top of the 5th.
Yeah, Millville taking advantage of some base running in that inning as well as some errors on Cumberland's side to drive across those 5 runs, but a nice answer from Millville after that tough inning from Cross on the mound.
Swing and a miss. That one was blown by her. One strike on Jalen Brown. She's looking for her first hit. She's 0 for 2. That one sails way high. One the count on the leadoff batter for Cumberland. Check to swing. 2 balls and 1 strike. So Cumberland now has some rallying to do if they're going to get back in this game. Count is 3-1. We are in the 5th inning. 5-1, Millville with the lead on senior night. And there's a walk. A lot of times nothing good happens when you lead off with a walk.
Yeah, I like that from Rothmel, just quickly going out to Cross on the mound.
That'll bring up Alicia Seitzinger, the center fielder. She walked in the 1st inning and struck out her 2nd time up. Wild pitch over the head of the catcher will move Brown to second base.
Yeah, not much Jaquette could do on that one.
You know, with this wind and the coldness, you wonder how that's going to affect the pitchers. Pitch missing. Two 2-0 the count. Jalen Brown at second base with nobody out. Top of the 5th. And it's 3 balls and no strikes.
And Jaquette now, after the walk and 3 straight balls here, is just going to go out quickly, talk to Cross, try and calm her down just a little bit.
Rio pitch. He swung at it.
Now they say foul tip, so the runner's going to have to go back. That's why Jaquette was in no hurry to go get that, because she knew it was a foul tip.
Interesting choice of swinging on a 3-0 pitch.
Well, you can tell who's got the green light.
Foul ball. So that'll make it a full count.
Yeah, you can tell in those situations which batters, have that ability when it is a 3-0 count, that they're able to just go ahead and take a swing. Maybe not the pitch you wanted to swing at, but.
Ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Starting off the Cumberland 5th inning.
Yeah, and
Leitzinger takes her spot at first base.
now the opposing pitcher here, Gabby Ripa, will have a chance. Right? Yep, Gabby Ripa will have a chance here to help her own cause after that last inning. Oh, I don't know that she wanted that to hit the bat. She left the bat back, but the ball still found it.
I don't know if I'd be watching the way she's doing the trying to slap on it. She's running up there. I'll have to see if she stays in the box, but she does it. Yeah, she does. Lofts it to left field. Start a second. Not in time. Gets away, but nice backup at first base.
Yeah, that was Isabella Musi. The nice backup with them play. Drozdowski seeing the runner off second a little bit. That's a big first out.
Peyton Genko was hit by a pitch and scored Cumberland's only run in the previous at bat. She's also struck out and looks at a strike there.
That's a nice comeback strike for Cross, right at the knees.
The 0-1 pitch sails high. We just saw a reaction there, didn't we?
I think that ball had a little bit of heat on it, so it almost seemed to take the glove back.
Count even at 1-1 strike. That one's launched into the gap, but racing over there, Drozdowski quickly. Nice run to her left to make that catch. So back-to-back fly balls to left field. 2 outs in the inning, still first and second. Jalen Brown at second. Alicia Seitzinger at first. Pitch is outside. Macy Quap, the batter. She bunted her way on base with a single. Raced to third on an error. Was stranded there, and then she was also hit by a pitch her last time up. 2-0 the count. Three and 0. So 1 pitch away from walking the bases loaded.
Well, walking to load the base. I guess depends how you look at it.
Well, the first 2 women walk back to the pitcher. Ross takes her time and throws it over to first base in time to retire the side. So she ends the inning with that play. No runs, no hits, 2 men left on, and we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Millville 5, Cumberland 1.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Well, the previous half inning when Millville was batting, they sent the entire lineup up, 9 batters. They got 5 runs out of it, so they lead 5-1. They'll be looking to tack on some more here against Gabby Ripa. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Channel 22, Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live and Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live. Always great to have you with us for all the activities we present. Sports-wise here on Quinn Broadcasting. Fred Melendez along with Ariel Melendez. Millville found a little rhythm in that last half inning when they were batting, so let's see if they can add to it here.
Yeah, so again, sending up the same three batters we saw in the last inning. Isabella Musi will lead it off.
Musa looks at one outside. Next pitch on the way. Lofted it way outside.
Yeah, lost the handle. That's been Ripa's issue sometimes, I think, when she's trying to take something off of the pitches, is either holding it too long or not enough.
Down low. 3-0 to count, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You are correct.
And ball 4. She led off with a single her last time up. She leads off with a walk this time around.
Now bring up Jaquette.
Jaquette was hit by a pitcher last time up. She's also lined out to right field. She wanted to go for that pitch.
The bat kind of came up.
And that
yeah, she just took that one. Just let that one hit her right in the knee. It didn't sound hard, though, and on a cold night, getting hit by a pitch isn't going to feel good. And the fact that that one may have been off speed might soften the blow a little. We take a look at Coach Labash. She's got to be happy with where things are right now, and especially that last half inning from Millville. As the girl launches the batting gloves at Coach Labash, I don't know that she had him on in time, maybe, and just throws him at her head coach.
It's the little things.
We're having fun.
Ground ball foul.
Chasing that one a little bit. Just Negron.
Jocelyn has a single in 2 plate appearances.
We say a lot hello to our camera people. That is Becca Panchasine over on the left field side.
1 strike pitch is launched to center field, but right into the tracks of the center fielder who makes the play nicely. That is Alicia Seitzinger.
And we've said her name quite a bit, as well as Wiest over there in left. Those two have made a lot of nice plays out there in the outfield.
Sadie Drozdowski, 0 for 1 officially. She brought in Millville's first run of the 5-run rally with a sacrifice fly. .1-0 pitch, grounded foul. One offering on the way. A little bit outside.
Yeah, Flieger trying to hold that one just a little bit. Looked like she turned back to the umpire just to get an idea of where that pitch was.
Three and 1 the count. Next pitch is ball 4. So a walk that loads the bases with 1 out.
Yep, and that'll bring up Addison Reeves. She entered the game for Hiles, though she moved to right field.
One out, bases loaded for the Thunderbolts. Little quick meeting on the mound there, trying to get everything synchronized.
Yeah, 1 out in the inning, so you'd like, if you're Cumberland, to get a ball in the infield to try to get 2.
Reeves looks at strike 1.
So play at any bag, so you'd probably try to get the closest bag to you.
Isabella Musi at third base, and now the ball chips off the second baseman, and in the shallow center field, 2 runs across the plate, and now the throw back to first, coming home,
And they're not
scoring.
paying attention that there was 1 more runner.
So that'll clear the bases. 3 runs come across, Musi, Jaquette, and Drozdowski.
See, I know what you're trying to do if you're Cumberland there, but you got to realize there's 1 more runner. And heads up base running to clear the bases on an unconventional way.
So Miley Cross is now batting. She launches one, deep, going back, and gone! Home run for Miley Cross, who doubled her last time up to knock in some runs, and now a 2-run homer to left field. Well, the atmosphere told you everything you need to know about that hit. A 2-run homer. As we take another look at this. There it goes, launching it to left field, and we'll just watch it go. Just clearing that fence out there in left field. A 2-run blast. Souvenir for the fans.
And we will have a new pitcher on the mound for Cumberland. As that will end the night for Gabby Ripa. Kobe Wilson, who we originally thought was our starting pitcher today, will now be the pitcher.
Well, that 2-run homer creates a 10-1 game. Now the mercy rule is at 10.
It should be, so 1 more run across.
Yeah,
If it's the same as baseball, 1 more run ends this game.
No, there's only 1 out in the inning, 5 runs across, so back-to-back 5-run rallies for Millville. And Miley Cross has been in the deep middle of both of them.
Those are Panasonics.
10-1 Millville here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bases are now clear. Carrington Rothmel at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Back-to-back 5-run rallies here on senior night. Has blown this one open a little bit. 10-1 the score. Bottom of the 5th with 1 out. Colby Wilson, the reliever, right back through the box. Base hit. So Rothmel gets a single up the middle. And if we are correct, she represents the winning run if they can bring her home in this inning. Top of the order now coming to the plate. Kendall Mazer looks at a strike. That one is chopped foul. Oh, 2 the count. Just one out in the inning. Tries a little drop pitch. The runner breaking from first. She gets in. So Rothmel steals second base. One ball and 2 strikes on Mazer. Pitch on the way. Launched into the shortstop area. Making a snag of the ball is Alyssa Pierce. So that's 2 outs. Savannah Hadley, 0 for 3 on the night, 2 lineouts to center field. Ball bouncing in, the runner breaking to third, she makes it. So Rothmel is now at third base.
That's good base running from Rothwell on both attempts. Didn't hesitate at all and took right off for the next bag.
1-0 the count on Hadley. Grinds it past the shortstop, and that brings home Rothmel.
And I believe, the umpire says that's it.
That is the game-winning hit. The mercy rule now takes effect as Hadley brings home the 11th run and creates the 10-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So senior night, a very big success over the last couple of innings for Millville. They score all 11 runs in the last 2 innings. And they have won back-to-back here yesterday against Vineland and today against Cumberland. So the RBI single ends it. The 2 teams go through the sportsmanship handshakes. And senior night, a big success for the Millville Thunderbolts. So we'll take it, we'll keep it here, or we'll take a timeout. 11-1 final, senior night victory for the Millville Thunderbolts. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Ariel Melendez here at the Rob Shannon Complex here in Millville, New Jersey. Pleasure to be joined as always by Coach Stephanie Labas. It's been a little while since we've talked to it. It feels like we keep meeting on senior night, especially we did it with basketball, now with softball. Before we get into kind of the festivities tonight, a big win for you guys yesterday, defeating Vineland, who had won 18 straight coming in. What's the feeling around the team right now?
I think our morale is really high right now. It was a big win for us yesterday, especially for the seniors. That's one thing as a senior you want to do. You want to come out and beat your rival. So for us to get that win, that's huge. So we're just trying to keep that momentum going into the rest of the season and the postseason.
And we heard from a little birdie that win yesterday gave you guys home field playoff game. What does that mean for you guys?
That's big. We're going to host a playoff game, which is nice because the seniors get more time to play on their home field, which is a big thing. But it also gives us an advantage to know our field and to know what it's like to play there. So that's a huge thing for us.
And I know you have a lot of seniors to talk about, so I'm going to give you the floor here just to talk about them in any way that you want and how what they've meant to this program.
So these seniors are very important to us. They're a huge impact on our program. I've been with all of them for 4 years, the ones that have been here for 4 years. We have one who has come out the last 2 years, which has been huge. For her to just take the step and come out and join. But, these girls, they give their whole time and dedication to the sport, and they do whatever I ask of them. So, and that's something that as a coach, you have to, love and enjoy. But they're just great people to be around. They're goofy and they're fun, and it's a good time.
And being able to kind of play on this field where maybe a lot of these girls played growing up, Was there any kind of meaning into this game, or is it just the fact that you guys needed some lights to play at 7 o'clock at night?
They really were begging for a night game because, you know, it's like a thing. It's like a cool thing to do is play under the lights, and to give them that experience is kind of fun. And like you said, a lot of them have played in this league, so it's kind of like bringing back their childhood.
And kind of lastly, just focusing on this game specifically, obviously you're going to give the seniors a little bit of chance to get out on the field. But what's this game specifically are you looking to see kind of coming off that big win against Vineland?
Yeah, I talked to the team beforehand. You know, this is senior night, so we're gonna give the seniors their time and pay a celebration to them. But at the same time, this is a must-win game for us. This still counts for us for the postseason and those kinds of things. So we're looking to come out with a win. So.
Well, thank you, Coach LaBosse, and good luck tonight. Again, that's Millville head coach Stephanie LaBosse. Senior night here for the Millville Thunderbolts. We'll be back in just a little bit.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Back here at the Rob Shannon Complex here in Millville, New Jersey, the Millville Thunderbolts senior night go out with a bang with an 11-1 victory over Cumberland. Ariel Melendez here with our star of the game, Miley Cross. And not to get you even more emotional than maybe you were a little bit, what does this win kind of mean to you guys just as a team? I know you still have some games left, but to be able to have a big game like this for the seniors?
I mean, it means a lot because I grew up with these girls. It's some of my best friends senior night, so I'm happy I got to play with them tonight.
And you guys, it took a little bit for you guys to kind of get going, but that fourth and fifth inning, you guys put up 5 runs and 6 runs. You had a lot to do with it coming into the game. But before we get into that, obviously a little bit of tough outing before that for you. Couple hit batters, walking the bases loaded. What did it mean for you to be able to come back in that following inning, and how important was it just for you guys as a team to get right back into it, get those runs on the board?
It means a lot because us as a team, all the girls talk you up. They really make you feel welcomed and everything. They always want you to keep your head up, and you just gotta keep your head up and knock it down.
And how good did that home run feel that next inning?
Oh, that felt amazing. Honestly, it didn't even hit the barrel of the bat. It literally hit on my hands and it just went.
You got to take the credit when you can get it. That was a pretty nice shot out there.
As soon as it came off the bat, I was like, that's going. And it felt so good. It was long due.
And you guys have a little bit of time left in this season. That win, really quick, going back to the win yesterday, obviously gives you guys a home game for the playoffs. But to go into the playoffs on a nice little streak here, you still have some time left. How important is that for you guys just to feel good about yourselves and feel good about your game?
It feels really good because obviously we play as a team. All of us girls get together. It's like a big happy family. And we all get along, play with our heart, and treat each other like family.
And just kind of one last thing, kind of looking at some of the seniors on this team. Again, I'm not trying to make you emotional, but being able to come in there for Emily Prohl, who had the complete game yesterday and then had a chance to start this one. You know, how nice was it to see her be able to do that and have some success? She had 4 strikeouts in the game.
I'm really proud of her. She's always been known for coming in, picking the team up and everything. She's a really good pitcher.
And again, that's our star of the game, Miley Cross. She had a double, a home run, 3 RBIs, and scored a couple of runs as well, as Millville comes away with a big 11-1 victory here on senior night. We'll tally up some final numbers and be right back with you. Stay with us on Quinn Broadcasting.
I'm Mayor Anthony Finucci. If you're looking for the right location, think Vineland, New Jersey. Our pro-business approach is supported by financial incentives, workforce development programs, and other resources which can give your business a competitive edge. Whether you're starting a new business or expanding to new markets, our business environment, infrastructure, accessibility, and quality of life make Vineland an ideal location. More information about how we can help your business grow can be found at vinelandcity.org. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Many people treat...
Of our 7 seniors of the class of 2025, starting with Dean Duffy. Haley Hiles. Emily Prohl. Kendall Major. Sadie Drozdowski. Gabriella Jaquette. Isabella Musi.
I did not see you do that.
I'd like to thank all of our seniors and their families for the dedication to the program. Congratulations on a wonderful career and good luck in all your future endeavors. You guys will definitely be missed. Congratulations.
Always. Woo!
So DP is the designated hitter. So DP is hitting for right field. Correct. She just played. This is one of the seniors. So they're not going to start.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
All right, we're back here at the Rob Shannon Softball Complex in Millville. Some primetime softball for seniors night for the Lady Bolts of Millville High School. And a little bit of a different game from yesterday when Millville pulled it out in the 7th inning. Today they got it together in the last 2 innings, scoring all 11 runs in the last 2 innings, taking advantage of some walks, hit batters, and whatnot. But our star of the game had 2 of the big blows, the RBI double in the 4th inning and the 2-run homer in the 5th. Millville winning this one 11-1. It was slow starting for the Thunderbolts. Cumberland kept themselves in the game, actually took a 1-0 lead, Ariel, but then the floodgates opened.
Yeah, this was a game that both teams really had their chances in those first couple innings. You know, we saw the bases loaded a couple times for Cumberland before they got anything across. You know, Millville getting run over to third a couple times, and took a little bit to get something done, but when Millville found the opportunity and was able to take advantage of those key situations, they didn't let up.
And, of course, in those 2 big rallies for Millville, the 5-run 4th inning and the 6-run 5th inning where they did the mercy rule victory, they only had 4 total hits. So they took advantage of some errors, walks, and hit batters to get all those 11 runs. But again, we mentioned Mike Cross had 2 big blows in those 2 innings, the RBI double and the 2-run homer that pretty much sealed the fate for the Millville Thunderbolts. So they have won at least 4 in a row. I think it's 4 in a row now after yesterday's win. They are now 13-8 on the season. Cumberland, as we flip the page here, they came in with a 6-14 record. They are 6-15 now. But for a while, they did give Millville a little bit of a battle in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, it was a good game to start. You know, both teams, as we mentioned, getting their opportunities, and Cumberland kind of finding a way as well to get some runners on base, just unfortunately unable to really make a couple of big situations matter. They did have the bases loaded at one point where they didn't end up with anything. They get it on the Walker hit by pitch to score that first run, but couldn't get anything else across. And yeah, Millville now, this was obviously the win yesterday gave them the home game to start the playoffs, but this one was just as important, you know, for playoff positioning later on in the season, as Coach LaBosse and I talked about earlier on. But just a nice game overall, and to be able to honor the seniors in this way. So we'll take a look. Sadie Drozdowski, Haley Hiles, Isabella Music, Kendall Mazer, Emily Prohl, Gabriella Jaquette, and Jean Duffy. The 7 seniors that still have a little bit of time left here in the season, but the 7 seniors that were honored today, and each of them getting a chance to you know, have their moment before the game and in this game as well. And a really big win for Millville, and nice to kind of come away with that one and be able to honor the seniors in that way on this field especially. And
they do have some more softball to play, so we'll see how their season pans out. But tonight they were honored, and that's rightfully so, as we mentioned all those names and the pregame ceremonies and whatnot. So Millville comes away with an 11-1 victory. They are now 13-8 on the season. For our staff, our director, Ryan Narowski, our camera people, Parker Swift and Becca Panchasine, Ariel Melendez, Fred Melendez wishing you well. Weather permitting, we have the boys' senior night tomorrow, but the forecast I saw was for 95% rain tomorrow, so we'll see.
It's supposed to rain the next 3 days, so the boys might have a little bit of trouble getting that one in. But, yeah, weather permitting, we will be back at the high school tomorrow. I believe a 4:15 first pitch for the boys, but we'll let you know.
Well, we hope you enjoyed tonight's game. Millville winning it 11-1, and we'll meet you on the diamond whenever it happens next time. Thanks for watching.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.